in the Philippines. Yes, I'm a little bit early tonight. So I thought I would come on early. Just sort out this here. How are we? Well, we've had a busy day, me and CJ. He's tucked up in his little bed, sound asleep. Mummy's on her laptop. Gran's in bed. She's been looked after. Already done that. So I thought I'd come on early, guys, and see what's going on and see what everyone's up to. Yeah, talk and chat live. Scott Expat in the Philippines. So, you just want to throw some questions at me every now and then? Go for it, guys. I'm ready. All good. Been a wet day here in Melbourne. Like, it rained pretty much from this morning to it's still raining now as we speak. Yes. Oh, we had a tornado up in Bathurst in New South Wales. Oh my God. And I only thought that would happen in America, tornadoes. But guess what? Australia's not exempt from it now. It was a big one. It wiped out some of the houses around Bathurst, and that's up sort of right up in New South Wales there. And I think that's put a big scare up New South Wales' tail. And this what they need, just on top of what's going on in this world today. It's not good. I hope all the families and that are safe up there. Thanks for the likes, guys. Much appreciated. Yeah, just first us with a slight quake at 5.9. Now they've re-amended it to. The other last week. The only thing we had was slight cracks in the concrete. One out here at the corner of the patio there. And it's sort of opened a little bit more. It's about that wide now. And the other one is in the front of the garage on the corner. It's sort of so long by that much as well. And so it's sort of put a bit of a wind here picking on New South Wales. No, I'm just saying that we had the earthquake last week at 5.9, plus the union troubles. And then you guys today had the biggest tornado rip through Bathurst. So what I'm saying is we ain't exempt from tornadoes either now. I think we're going to find that each state might start getting them miles away from you, yeah, but, mate, if they're going to happen, they're going to happen, unfortunately. So I think we need to prepare, and I think when we build houses, I think we're going to have to build storm cellars so we can go into, just in case the house up top gets flattened. Geez, I just saw it on the news tonight, Chris, and I shake my head. I really do, on top of COVID, what more? Mine would fill with water. How are you, mate? Kumusta? How is your doctors? Did you go to the doctors today? That's why I left you alone. But yeah, I know I'm early. Basically, we we were watching Morse, and there's a detective in England solving a case in Italy. Good show, Morse. Mm. And Lewis cracks me up, that guy. But Mum had a vaccine day before yesterday, I think. This will pass my rego check with him. Oh, good, good, good. Well done. So now you can take the AstraZeneca or the Pfizer. John passed his too. He's going to go back in a couple of months to see the doctor, just to do another checkup. Yes, I passed my rego check with him. Oh, okay. That's all right. But no on the vaccine. Oh, I thought that was right. Oh, I'm an asshole. But yeah, you look at it. What you were saying to me just before, um, about the party, mate, I wasn't even invited either. So because I don't like Melbourne full stop anyway. Football club, that is. At yeah, look, it's I'm starting to think, and let me know when you're having it. Okay, we'll do. Um, you know what? I'm starting to think the politicians are getting a raw deal now, because it doesn't matter what they do. Everybody outside politics is not falling in line, or they got a cotton wool in their ears and they're saying, "Stuff you, we're going to do what we want anyway." Oh my god, oh my god. But yeah, it's one of those things. What do you do? Uh, if they're not going to listen to politicians, especially in the state, like you look at it, Chris, the numbers were down, really, aren't they? And like we had that rally, and we had the union thing, we had the anti-masks at the building out on Elizabeth Street. Yeah, well, that's true too, mate. I agree with you there. But I don't think it's actually, I'm starting to think it's not the politicians' fault, really. They're only trying to look after the people. The people are just not listening. They've had enough. They had enough of the lockdown, especially here. And it's not helping. David's Island Life and Adventures, welcome. Kamusta. Yes, we're just talking about what happened last week, and our numbers have gone up to 1,400 and something in for the COVID, and David, and 5 deaths here in this state, and compared to a couple of weeks back, they were down in the 200s, almost 11:30 p.m. on Guam. Oh, okay. No problems, David. Say hello to Christopher Beecham. He's just said hello to you. Don't mention that word. What? What word's that? Oh, galang. Yeah, I shouldn't have mentioned that word. Show Tomas done. Thank you, Show. I am popping back to see your live stream soon too, mate. So I will be there. Anyone wants to check out Show channel, He's just left a link there. But yeah, the uh, protests amongst the unions last week didn't help. There at the CMFU building, and then down holding up the Westgate for 2 hours, and then who was the other one? Oh, at the Shrine of Remembrance day after. That was a big insult. But what do you do? What do you do? So our numbers are going up. David's Island life and adventures. Can't do much, except just try and get through this as best as we can. Oh, you're going to see your niece on the 11th. Good one, Chris. That'd be good. It's going to be great. Big shout out to Adrian Gibson, Tropical Tim in the Philippines, Wish for Wonder, Sean's Amazing Adventures. Big shout out to Rickshaw Philippine, Faye and the kids, Sammy PH. Big shout out to you. She's got her live on now, guys. I don't know who else has got a live on at the moment. What part of the films? Arlene, when we go back home, Dave, the moment we're in Melbourne, Australia, but when we go back to Cebu, Mactan Island. Arlene's from Cebu, Mactan. So when we go back there. We got land there. We got actually between me and Arlene, yeah, we got land there in Cebu, and one up at land up at Sogod, and some land in Cordova, just on Mactan Island. So it's not bad. It's good. We enjoy it. Keeps us busy. So I'm looking forward to getting back home. By the way, David's Island Life and Adventures are giving you a blue jacket. Yeah, go check it out. David, it's not bad, especially Mactan Island, and there's a jumping off as well for island hopping. Yeah, Cebu Islands. Well, you can fix that. Just put some petrol in it, Chris. Yeah, Cebu's good. Oh, okay. It's not. It's nice there. It's a jumping on spot. It takes only about an hour and a half to get down to Panglao. And like when we go over, I prefer to go over by ferry to Cebu than go fly over. Well, by the time we get up in the air, it's time to get back down again. Doesn't make sense. But it's all right if you're coming from Manila and from Mindanao, I suppose. When you've got to watch out for the ladies of the night. We're in Cebu, but it's a nice old city. Got a lot of historical things there, David, and places. get yourself up to when you do go. When you do get it in there, get up to Chris Beecham's got a house in Leyte, and we got our house in Pajak in Mactan Island. We're not far from Grand Mall in Mactan. 45 minutes. Yeah, so it's not far for Chris to go to from Leyte to Bohol. So, but really from Cebu flying to Bohol, it's only like by the time the plane gets up, it's time to come down. It's a prop job. Hey, Joe and Junior, how you going, mate? Um, but there's Mountain View, which is a good place to go up and have a look at the surrounds of on a beautiful clear day, David. It is nice to see Mactan and been to Palawan in 2009, Panay Island. Oh, that's all right. That's good. I haven't been up there that far. We've only been across to Bohol, and we've been up in Manila, Tuig, which is not far from Noi Airport, and we're looking forward to going to Calaviti when we get a chance to. But you know, we got up in Cebu, we got Mountain View, which looks all over the whole skyline of Mactan Island and north and south, and it's beautiful. And you can, on a real clear day, you can see beyond Mactan Island. You can see Lango Island, and then you can see Bohol further south a bit, and you probably just pick up Camotes Island up north. It might be a little bit too far up, but it's worth going up to Mountain View. Also, yeah, Bohol's lovely. Panglao, my auntie's in Panglao. Arlene's auntie's in Panglao. She knows a lot of tourist places to go, the caves, where Lynn and Anthony went, which is beautiful. You can't swim in the water. The last time we were there, we could swim in the water, but this time we can't. Samar, I've never been to Samar. I haven't seen Samar yet. But we went to the Tasha, we went to Lubbock River Cruises. Been there 3 times, it's great. And with both our family. Hey, Sammy, how are you? Background, I'm muted. Oh, you can't talk. Joke, joke. I hate tourist places. I don't mind them, Chris. They're not too bad. You'd enjoy the Lubbock River Cruises. They go up and down the river, and the last time we were there, which was 2016, just after the last quake, where the church was pulled down and due to all the damage. But it's not bad, but yeah, no drama, Sammy. I don't expect you to. It's all cool, no drama. I prefer to go out, see the outskirts of the city, rather than like when you go to Cebu, David, down to the house of Mama Mary's, down. Trying to think of the name of it. Hey, Angels Are We Nursery and other things. Hello, Wendy. How you going, gorgeous? Um, how's Nathan? Can't forget Nathan. I did last time. Sorry about that. But I can't. How is Nathan today? Hope he's good. Been a good little boy. Um, I'm trying to think. Similar down in the bottom part of Cebu. House of Mother Mary. You got to go and have a look at that, mate. It is awesome. And oh, good, thank you. CJ's asleep at the moment, and Arlene's on the computer. I'm a bit early tonight, but similar is beautiful. It's lovely, and the church. Oh, the last time I reckon they would have added more now, but it is awesome. Go and check that out, David, when you get a chance. Make that the first place, even if you're not religious. Go have a look. It's an eye opener and it's a beautiful place. It is lovely. And we go there all the time when we're there, when we're back home. Then it's similar. And we call it the House of Mother Mary. It is beautiful. It is a place to enjoy. And I prefer to go outside of all the major cities to have a look. I woke up about half hours ago at 7 a.m. Wow. Early bird catches a worm, as we say here. Not Catholic, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's a lovely place. And they've added more onto it, especially the walkway, which they've actually um, blocked off now because I think they're going to knock it down due to, I don't know. But yeah, you got to check out similar. And if you go further down south, sorry, Scooty, how you going, mate? Heading back home. Oh, okay. All right, mate. She's cool. King Cobra, how are you? Como esta? Thank you for the likes, guys. 5 in the house, 7 likes, much appreciated. I've tuned my days around, used to sleep until afternoon. But yeah, Similar is a good place. Mountain View is a good place, David, to see the sights of Cebu Mactan on a clear day. It is just unbelievable. The best day to go up there is after it rains because it just uh, gets rid of all the smog and you can see everything. I completed a 24-hour. Oh, well done, King Cobra. Well done. Um, Plenty of things to do. And at Mountain View, David, there's a resort up the top there. So you can, if you wanted to, you could book in overnight and stay at the resort because they've got a swimming pool for the kids and everything like that. And it's great fun. It's worth going. It's worth going to have a look up there at Mountain View, and also the Tempest Chinese temple up there. Beautiful views up there too as well. I like Danao City. Danao City's lovely. It's nice. I'm good, Angel. 11:30 p.m. That's right. You're in Guam. Oh, you're welcome, mate. There's no drama. I've been to Comotes Island. We stayed there. It was beautiful. I wish me and Arlene both took cook, so we both had to come home the next day. Arlene wasn't too good because it was a hot day. We had only got back 2 days before, we only landed there 2 days before, and it was a real hot day when we went over, and we were sitting at the back, and there was a lot of diesel going around. So we pretty well much from the ferry going over, pretty well much was a bit too much for her. She had a headache, and we should have gone a bit earlier. Um, Left earlier to get up there for the boat, but it was great going over there. It was great to have a look at the beach and the water. I got to talk to some of the dive places up there because I'm thinking of doing my dive, doing a diving course, but only a certain limit of water depth. But you know, I had fun. I enjoyed myself on Comotes. I wish we could have stayed there another because we were going to go to the caves the next day and walk around and have a look, and we just couldn't. So unfortunately, it's one of those things. If you take Crook, and I sort of had a little bit of diarrhea, so to speak, because I had the sig and I had something else that I shouldn't have had, and yes, I wasn't a well boy, so we both had to leave early in the morning with Mum and AI and CJ and come back the next day. And he was good over there. He really was. He was only one when we took him over there, so it was interesting. It was worth going to have a look. So that is another Word 'em up, big shout out. Word 'em up TV, big shout out, guys, to you. Yeah, so unfortunately, sometimes you've got to watch what you eat and pick out the best food. Stay away from pork over when you go to these small island places, unless they're cooking it properly. And the pork I had there was real fatty. It wasn't meat; it was just the fat, and it didn't get in too well. So yeah, it's one of those things. But you know, make sure you take a lot of gastro stop when you go. They're tablets. They stop you having diarrhea. I make sure I take 3 packets and put them in the bag. They're not a prescription drug, I don't think, but they do allow them on the plane in your carry-on luggage. So when you get to the airport and they ask you what they are, you just say therefore, down there, when you eat the wrong foods. But because I'm not sure whether they have that sort of tablet over there, so you sort of got to be careful of what you eat. Sig's nice, can be a bit hot. Some of the island resorts are pretty good with their pork. Lot of really good, but sometimes they can cut too much fat and give you the fat if you don't watch what they're doing. But I found it good. I found it all right, but I just had that night had the sig and had the pork, and I shouldn't have. It was a bit fatty with the sig, and yeah, it didn't go down too well. So you learn by your mistakes when you're away. And I did that last time. I suffered from a bout of diarrhea and ended up in hospital for 3 days. And they wouldn't let me out until I was better, which was good. And but like everything, when you're doing insurance and travel insurance and stuff, you've really got to make sure that you eat the right foods and look after yourself. You know, I was in hospital with sugar diabetes, type 2, I am now, diarrhea and bronchitis I had because I came out of the shower and sat in front of the fan while getting dried. And lo and behold, I was in hospital again 3 times in 2010 and 11. So I had to watch myself while I was over there. So now when we go over, I look after myself a little bit better. I eat chop suey, and I'm not too partial with their fish because they've got bones. See, I like flaky, which has got no bones. But it's all good. Yeah, look, it depends on what. Sorry, July 21st. I've been losing weight. That's good, Annie. You're doing well. Wow, that's good. That's great to hear. It makes you more aware when you go away. Um, well, that's all right. That's good. You should be proud of yourself. That's good. Like I could lose a couple more kilos now. I really could before we go back. Have to get on the walking again. But the Tempest Temple, the Chinese temple up there, is great. That's a separate journey up there. We went by bus down to Simila. It was good drive. It was a good run down there. And then we went down with mum and dad when we got the car, so it was a lot good, a lot better. We had our own car, so we could go in. I drop a few pounds always when, yeah, the hot water keeps the hot weather. Sorry, the hot weather makes you lose a lot of weight, especially with perspiration and stuff. But you got to put the water back in, and the only water I drink over there is Absolute. Well, I didn't after I thought that that caused my diabetes. That was because I had a, we got up in the morning, I had sticky rice, and then I went out with dad, came back, Ladies was home. Um, and then from there, I had a beer with Ladies because he was back from overseas. He's an overseas worker. No, no. I take tablets. I take Genuine, and I'm actually waiting for my doctor to get back because he's got another tablet that I'll take, and I've run out. I've still got Genuine there. I take one a day, two a day. Sorry, take two a day. One in the morning, one at night. Uh, Yesterday and today I didn't take it because I'm trying to hold off a little bit. But I will take two tomorrow, one in the morning, one at night. It's because sometimes I forget that they're up on the fridge. Yeah, exactly. You got to walk a lot more too. I You have to eat little when you're there. Chop suey's good. Their apples are beautiful over there, and I don't know where they get them from. They are fab, and so are the oranges. They are nice. All the Philippine food is good when I'm there. Oh, wow. 1.5 tablets a day. What's that? What tablets are they, Chris? Yeah, the fruits are nice. They're um, semi. Um, their fruits are lovely. Their apples are lovely. We get our apples from Save More when we're there, and they are just, whether it be Lapo Lapo or where did we go last time? Park Mall, and we went to Park Mall and we had is it Jovi? It's a restaurant and they have all you can eat type thing. And mate, I tell you, the food that they have there is beautiful, and the little cakes, oh, to die for. Wonder I'm fat heart. Well, you like me, a victim of what we eat, and we need to take a good hard look at ourselves in the mirror, especially me. I can look at a glass. I can look in the mirror. That's Arlene's studio mirror. You only eat once. I have breakfast in the morning. If I'm working outside, I won't eat. Boogie, ha ha. Yes, I agree with you there, David. All day. Sorry, Annie, missed that. I take cyanide, Tylenol 3 with codeine every day. You got to watch the codeine too, Annie. Got to. I If I've got a headache, I only take 2 Panadol, and once in the morning. That's it. I'm good for the rest of the day. But if I take two, if it's still persisting, I'll wait and I'll try and hang out until about 4 or 5 o'clock before I have another Panadol. Mum's got these Panadol Osteo, and they really work wonders. They do a good job, and that's great because it just wipes your head out. You can get more exercise, Scott. You can push me around my wheelchair. Yeah, when I come to Lady, I'll do that for you, mate. Just don't, just don't show me where there's cliffs. You know what I mean? Because I might say, "Oh, that's a nice view." Whoa, 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 whoa! Where am I going? Joking, mate. Joking. I'm only joking, guys. I'm not like that. But yeah, the foods in the Philippines are beautiful. You just gotta eat in moderation. My tea gave me. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. You got a wheelchair, Chris. Geez, I didn't know that. Oh, for your thyroid. Yeah, I took my tablets this morning. They're only very small, and it's funny because I ran out of them when I was in the Philippines, so I had to go and see the doctor and get later. Bye, Annie. Thank you. Yeah, my thyroid are only uh they like that, and the ones in the Philippines are like so small. The tablets, the thyroxine. I just shook my head, and I thought they that. I said I take 200 ml. They say no, this is only smaller. I have one, but yeah, yeah, it's good. It's good. Good morning, Samara, Yusuf. Yeah, no worries, David. Anytime, mate. Anytime. We'll talk about the Philippines anytime. Oh, before you go, Scott Waghorn on Facebook. Okay, add me, and I'll add you to mine. Okay, you're on Facebook too, aren't you, David? David's Island. It'd probably be under David's Island and Adventures. Yeah, yeah. Well, mine's Scott Waghorn. Waghorne. Just add me. You'll see. I gotta think. There's two profile. I think it might be. Yeah, I think it's just a profile photo of me. Dave Loss. Okay, no worries. I'll go there after here, Dave. I'll go after I finish my live stream. But I'm going to do more videos when I get back there. I've actually. You're welcome, Koya. No drama, mate. I'll catch up with you then. Um. Oh yeah. Um. I'm going to do. I'm looking for new content, and in the Philippines, that'll be there. I laid off a couple of for a few days with videos, just doing my normal videos. I just laid off there. Hey, Sean YouTuber, Sean Tuber, how's the little boy, the bird? I can't think of his name. Sorry, he's gorgeous. That bird of yours cracks me up. 7 a.m. I think it's about 1 or 2, 12 o'clock here. 11:30 here. Good night, mate. Catch you later. I will check your channel out too. Nearly midnight in Sydney. Will it be nearly midnight here? Good morning, Sean from Samara. Thanks for coming to Samara and Sean, and thanks Sammy PH. Sammy's around somewhere. Annie's just gone for the night. David's gone for the night. I think Scoot B popped in for 5 minutes. I think he's on the road driving home. Yeah, and Chris Beecham's here. Say hello to Samara and Sean Tuba. Yeah, so I'm looking. I've laid off a little bit on a few videos that I haven't done. I've done a couple of live streams, and Jesus, my thing's gone up, which is good. My watch hours have gone up slowly, which is good. So I've got to keep on them and keep going and try and get my watch hours back. Because I'm monitorized, I don't know whether because my watch hours dropped really bad, so I'm hoping I can get them back up. And be good, Sean. It'd be good. Because I'm trying to find more content too, Sean, and Samara and everybody. That's why I sort of backed off on a few videos over the last couple of days and just concentrated on a couple of live streams. And I'll do like tonight, Saturday, 12 o'clock Australia time, 10 o'clock Philippine time, Sunday, 12 o'clock Australia time, 10 o'clock Philippine time. Uh, and tonight was supposed to be 12 o'clock, but I got on early. Um, so there's no stress there. It's really supposed to be 12 o'clock, but I thought, seeing Mum went to bed, I thought I'd jump on earlier and get on there and do get onto the live earlier. Oh shit, daylight savings. That's tomorrow, isn't it? So then I will be 3 hours. Shit. I used to know the times. Freaking hell. That'll throw me. Sunday. Okay. So Sunday. Oh well, I'll keep it still at 12 o'clock. Doesn't matter because it'll still be the same time. Just be a little bit forward because um we have an extra hour. I think the clocks get put forward an hour, and so if it's 12 o'clock here, it'll be 1 o'clock here by rights. Um, so you sort of got to put them back an hour in the morning, or forward an hour in the morning. Sorry, and yeah. So from October the 31st to March, I think 30th, we're 3 hours ahead. It'll be 9 p.m. in the Philippines, 12 p.m. here. Ah, that's right. Thank you, Chris. Better write that down before I forget it. So, yeah, we'll be 12 here, Australia time still. And 9 p.m. Philippines time. Sorry, guys. So I'll have to change that for my videos. 2 a.m. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sammy. Much appreciated. Oh, I got a big hole in my neck. Thank you for that, Sammy. Sorry, guys. There you go, Sean Chewy. You are monitorized. You got a blue jacket. Thought you were getting cold out there, so I thought I'd give you a blue jacket to wear. Bloody hell. Toilets run fast. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, so, that's all right, mate. No drama. You're welcome. You're welcome any time here, brother. We pretty well much try and talk about the Philippines as much as we can and what we like doing and stuff like that. So, and there's where Chris is in Leyte, Tacloban. Uh, he's got a beautiful house there, and uh, we just had a good conversation the other day about houses and building and stuff like that. It was awesome chat, really was, and doing things and working out things. And I'm doing my house plans at the moment. I haven't really done much. I've done most of it. Done a little bit on it. But El Salvador has similar weather as the Philippines. Yeah, it's nice, warm, hot weather. As they're up in the top of the equator there, and that's why they're prone to the shake, rattles, and rolls a little bit every now and then. What another one? What another house? But yeah, okay. You need to buy another, like a holiday house sort of thing, away from your own house, so you can go and see other people and meet other people. 14th parallel, I think it's called. Yeah, that's it. But it's lovely over there, Sean. Oh, you'd enjoy it if you were over there. If if you went there, you would enjoy it. It's not to everybody's taste, but I love it. I'd retire there tomorrow if I could. Um, but like everything, we need to get some money, more money back in the bank. We need to build the bank up again, and I've got to stop spending. That's my worst fear. But I've got to slow down on charities a little bit too. And hello, Ashley KG62. Say hello to Chris Beach and Sean Tuba. Sammy PH is around somewhere. She's in the BG background. Oh, no guy on Muckdown Island who can put me up. Yeah, you do me. Yeah, we got our land, Sean, in Cordova, which is not far from the flyover that's getting built. But it'll be great. We won't have to go all the way through Mactan to go over to Magellan Mactan Bridge. We just go over the new flyover, and that'll take us over near Seaside, and it'll also cut down a bit of time going to. Oh, vegan. Oh, okay. So I'm looking forward to getting back to starting one of our houses. Well, we can't start on Cordova yet. We need to pay that off first. But hopefully, I'm going to do 2 designs. I'm doing one design at the moment for the house up at So God, and I'll do the house design for the one at Cordova, which will be similar to your house, Chris. 3-story with the lookout. So, it'd be interesting. Everybody's talking to everybody. That's good. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the likes for in the house. Yeah, so we got that sorted out. How much would it cost to build a home out in the country like I think if you got, we're on up at So God, Sean, we've got 400 square metres. But we won't use all that 400 square metres just for the house because we've got to put a water well on there. And doing a hollow block with a slab. Hollow block is about 9 pesos a block at the moment where we are. So I'm assuming it would cost, depending on how big you want it and how, if you do it Philippine style, probably cost you under what you want to pay if you're doing it. You can build a house there for probably, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, please. I think you can build a house under 10 grand Australian. And it depends on where, as Chris says. I know someone, Kagan Dioro. Kagan Dioro City. Oh, okay. The city, Sean, is more expensive. You want to build a house, go out into the province. It's better. And you would, hollow block, cement slab, that much. That's just what I reckon. That much cement slab. So that thickness. Yeah, the beach can be more expensive too there, Sean. Chris is Chris and Scoop B are my two to go men. If I'm not quite sure of something, I will ask them. But the slab we're going to put down is about that thick. So that way, and it'll probably be, we're on 400 square meters, so we'll probably put it on probably 1.5 square meters. We'll probably build a house. Because we're going to do 2-story. So carport will probably put on the end of the house. Which end I don't know yet. You could use the whole 400 square meters if you wanted to, but you need, if you want a backyard so the dog can run around and the kids can play, or you could probably build a house on 200 square meters, and I'm not sure of the cost. But, that I can't tell you. The house could be 15-meter car. The house could be 15-meter car to the beach. Well, see, we're not far from the beach where we are, Sean. we're only probably about 30-minute walk down to the beach from where we are. It's so good. Ooh, and Chris is 5 minutes from the beach. But we're about probably 30 minutes from the beach by walking, and by car we're probably 5 minutes. So yeah. Oh, look, if you're walking fast or quick, hey Tom January, como esta? We're talking about houses and the Philippines. So join in. But we got um we're gonna do two story for 45 minutes. um we're going to a two story on that much slab. We'll put the slab down first. Why viral, Sammy? The thing, like, we use hollow block in the Philippines. You're welcome, Sammy. We use hollow block in the Philippines, and getting good hollow block is very hard. Cement's got to be right, and that, which is good because most of the time it always is. Wow, 12K views. Good on, congratulations, Sammy. Sorry, guys. Congratulations, Sammy. Well done, Dale. The only problem for me is the stairs to get to the roof. You get what you pay for. Exactly. And, you know, you're welcome, Sam. Anytime, Sammy. Anytime. You know, the hollow blocks good. Clay, Sean, I'm not too sure of because of the ants there, weaver ants. Like a mud brick type of house, if you're relating to that. Um, if you use mud brick but put cement through it, it'd probably be okay. But you would have to check where we are. So, God, I noticed we have a lot of weaver ants with the crops that are down. So, for more cement. Yeah, you have to pay extra for more cement in the Philippines. Where do you spend your time, north or south of the Philippines? In Mactan Island, Cebu. We spend most of our time there. We either go down to Panglao to see Auntie Rosanna, and because she knows all the tourist people, and then we will go down to similar and that. And Sammy's in the south. She's a southern girl. But Sean, it depends on yourself too. Clay would be good. Mud brick would be even better. It would be cooler with mud brick. Mud brick would be cooler. If you could make mud brick houses there, you would be doing well. But I think with mud brick, you have to put some cement in it to kill the. But as I was told by Happy Pappy, that termites can get in the very small uh, cracks, and so can the ants, weaver ants. They can get in the smaller cracks. So if he's not married, he's better off renting. Yeah, exactly. You're better off if you're not married, Sean. You're better off renting there for the time. But um, Lee's up near Luzon, isn't it? Up further there near Illigan. But if you're going to settle down, and your best bet is to buy out in the province. Depends on what part of the Philippines you're going to too. But in saying that, it's all the same. You at the moment, Arlene saw on Facebook in the Philippines, hollow block for 9 pesos a block, which is good. I know the cement's going to cost a bit. I know the cocoa lumber at the moment is going to cost a fair bit. So if you're going to use cocoa lumber on your slab, Sean, with so it sits properly and sits good, and cement around the cocoa lumber, make sure you use engine oil up and down the big uprights for the frame, but also have the hollow block up against it to support the cocoa lumber. And you can use the cocoa lumber also for roof trusses as well. But also make sure that they have a lot of engine oil poured over them, because termites hate the engine oil. You need to be near some type of city if you need a hospital or doctors. Yeah, that's true too. If one could build in a cave or natural rock, use surroundings, that would be cool. Yeah, that would be good too, Sean. But there's not most of the caves and that are right up in the hills, right up. Mud brick, I would say, would be good, but you would need to, with mud brick, you would need to filter your sand out. The ground would need to be put on what they use for cement to get the big chunks out. You need to push like that, so it would be easier. Clay, is that what you're calling mud brick? Clay, like the Mexican adobe type house? Because see, that would be perfect. The mud brick would be good. Hey, Scoot B, ¿cómo está? I'm in the countryside. Yeah, Adobe. Yeah, look, it would be good, but I think Scoot might be able to answer this one with Adobe houses in the Philippines due to weaver ants and termites, would it be good to build an adobe house in the Philippines? And I suggested, well, if you're going to do that, you would put cement through the clay as well and give it that browny grey tinge, but um, it would make it a lot easier. You got to watch a lot of westerns. Um, Adobe type house, clay adobe, like the American Indian style, Navajo style. Hey, Jane Dexter, ¿cómo está? I'm fine, thank you, Jean. The adobe type of houses the Navajo Indians built, uh, with the clay and the, you know what I mean, like in the old Western days, those clay adobe type houses. Would they be okay in the Philippines, or would the weaver ants and termites destroy them? If it was on a slab, I would say, yeah, go ahead, do it. But you need to filter your clay out a lot more, um, to get rid of the ant, to check and see if it's got ants in there. So it'd make it a lot easier. But you can make it out of mud brick first and do it like a mud brick style. And then when you're rendering, you can render the grey clay over the top of it. But I would put it above a on a slab. So look, city bay one. Oh, okay. Jim Dexter, if you know, Sammy, if you know a British expat in the Philippines, Jane, John's wife, Jane, Jing's her sis, sister or niece. Um, but you know, Scoot knows would probably know whether that would be viable to do. But if you're going to do something like that, Sean, on top of, I would put it on a slab on cement. I'd put do a slab for aunt. Sorry, uh, British expat John and Jane. Jean Dexter is Jane's auntie. So if you look up a British expat, you'll see John and Jane there. Well, Jean is Jane's auntie or aunt. It's a lovely girl, lovely lady. And he's a good friend of mine too. He's from New Zealand originally. Well, British New Zealand. He's a good bloke. He's a top bloke. And he's pretty knowledgeable like Scoot. Whoa. What's happening there? British expat in the Philippines, their YouTube channel. Thank you, Scott. You're welcome, Jean. I just thought I'd clear up that for Sammy so she knows. It is true that you can never say that Melbourne is like Sydney. I'm thinking Mel has got like a more bogans. Good on that. No, Scoot's a top bloke. We all love Scoot here. You're welcome, Jean. But yeah, Sean. if I was building a mud brick house, I'd filter the clay just to make sure that there's no ants in there. Because where we are, so God, where our crops are, we have a lot of weaver ants in the crops, especially in the corn. And you've got to get on top of them straight away. So when we start building our house on that land, we're going to have to get someone in to clear the um, land so we can put the slab down first. And as I said, the slab's going to be about that thick. And then we can build on top of it. But we will put around the side of the yeah, and they're cooler too. They are cooler, especially in Philippine weather. They would be cooler, and like in America, in the down south, in the Mojave Desert, they would be really cool, and they would keep you cool all round. You wouldn't have to put an air conditioner in. That's how cool they get. Because the mud is so thick and compact when you're doing it, and it is just would be awesome to build something like that in the Philippines, in that style. You know, it just even on a slab, it would be it'd look good, especially 2-story too, and with the wood coming out like they do, the pine logs coming out the thing. Surprised that you don't see what I call mud bag houses in Phil. A lot of clay. Yeah, well, I always thought, Scoot, to be honest, that the weaver ants, when building, because they're all around in the Philippines, that they could just, especially the termites, could destroy the wood and eat into the clay. That's what I was I had sort of intentions on doing something like that in the Philippines, keep the house cool. I probably could still do that, but I would have to, uh, yeah, and the termites would be, always having a go at you now, Chris. But, that's my, oh, if you wanted to do that, Sean, that's fine. I'd do that, but I'd put it on a concrete slab. I'd build on a concrete slab and the uprights. You could even do that with hollow block. You start building with hollow block and render it with mud brick. Would be, you use the mud brick to render. Make sure you have a bit of cement mixed in with the clay in the soil, and it should uh, bond really good. And you could do it really good. You know, go all over. I do have a hard time trying to explain myself, but I know where I'm coming from because if that's what I would, if I was doing like a mud brick in the Philippines, I would do hollow block first and then put the mud brick over the top. The termites will walk the cracks, hollow block to get to your wood. Yeah, exactly. But if you also use engine oil on the cocoa lumber, uh, they don't like the cocoa lumber. So if you, when you have got your first like walls up, you could even go over it again with engine oil and that will stop them from getting into the timber, and also clay around the front. And also, when you're doing that too, even for you, Sammy, engine oil on all your cocoa lumber before you put it up, and make sure it gets engine oil on it, because the termites do not like engine oil, for a fact. My cousin built a house and we did it with engine oil, and on all the wood, on all the timbers, and then they just don't go near it. And that house is still up today, and it looks nice. It's a two-story mud brick, and it looks beautiful. Um, it's an awesome place. I wish we could go down and see it again. I know where it is, but it's they haven't got it anymore, or someone else has bought the place. But if I was going to do a house in the Philippines, that's what I'd do. Hollow block, then mud brick on the outside of the hollow block. Bamboo. Well, me and Chris were just talking about that the other night. And I said to him, I don't think it's strong enough, but is it? Really? Anyway, guys, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to the CR. I'll be back in a minute. Go and get yourselves a drink. And that's another thing, I'm going to get a drink of water. I'll be back in a minute. You guys go and get a drink and come back. Oops, gotta watch that. Put bed there. Back again, guys. My good. So do I, mate. I love the provinces. I hate the city. Yes, the beaches are nice, especially around all well, Hang Lao, Bahol. There's some beautiful beaches around there. Uh, Taklaban up in Leyte. Um, also around Mactan, there's some beautiful beaches there. Uh, Alongo Island, there's some lovely beaches. Yeah, Sammy has a lovely beach there, Ashley. It's nice. I promised Sammy when we come over, we'll go down and visit her at Jimmy. No worries, Sammy. Good night. In Budgie Smuggler. Yeah. Santiago 5447. Come on, stop. Hello. Hi, how are you? Good night, all. Good night, Sammy. Okay, no worries, Sammy. I'm Nissan R390, but changed my name. Oh, okay. And King Cobra was here before. Don't look because it will look like a fat cow in a thong. Oh, good on you, Scoot. Later, Sammy. Catch you later, darling. See you, sweetie. Take care. Sweet dreams. Hey, Sean, so that's what I would do is basically if I was building a mud brick, I'd build on a slab and I would use engine oil all around the slab to make sure that the termites don't get up on to the slab and into the timbers. You're welcome. That's just my opinion, mate. If I was doing mud brick, I would put a slab down first, then I would use hollow block and render it. You could use a like clay type render, um, and just the timbers use engine oil on them. Make sure they're off the ground before you start oiling the timbers. We have what you call like a horse. They're like that. Yeah, one here, one there, and it has a piece of timber in the middle, and you can put the timber on the horse, and then you can just paint the engine oil on it. Oh wow! Yeah, not long, and school will be back next week. I think here in Australia. I don't know where you are, San Diego. Are you up in New South Wales or down here in Victoria? Oh, that's right. You do live in Melbourne. Sorry, I forgot. You would be in glass smugglers, Scotty. Yeah, with the little feathers at the front. That's all right. But yeah, sure. That's what I would do. Pretty well much make sure that all the cocoa lumber was oiled with engine oil, sump oil, as the termites hate it. and then hollow block, and try and get your hollow block rendered. So you do about this high off the ground. Oh, you're in Craigieburn. Oh, okay, you're not far from me. That high off the ground. So, yeah, about that high off the ground. Put your main bricks like that, and then render around. That goes also for your door frames and your window frames too, Sean. Make sure you use engine oil on them too to stop the termites and ants getting in. Ants are going to get in your house anyway, but you just got to try not to get them. Used to go there for swimming tryouts. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion, Sean. Tuber. Anyway, guys, I'm going to finish up now. I'll catch you later. Thank you for coming. Thanks for the support. Good night, mate. Good night, Santiago 5447. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Ashley. I'm going to finish up tonight, guys. Now, I will be back on Saturday night, 12 o'clock Australia time, 10 o'clock Philippine time. And Sunday, it'll be 12 o'clock a.m. Australia time, 9 o'clock Philippine time, because we go ahead an hour. Peace. Catch you later, everybody. Bye, Ashley. Thank you for coming, darling. Later, mate. Will do. I'll give CJ a big hug and Arlene a big hug and shake for you. Night, Kermit. Oh, I'm going to catch up with you in a minute, Chris. Okay? You're wrong. What? What? Oh, you can tell me after. I'm going to ring you in a minute. Bye, everyone. Bye, Sean. Bye, Jing Dexter. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for making my night. I really do appreciate it. Thanks. Take care. This has been Scott, expat in the Philippines. Idle.